Hi, good night. I'm sorry my camera is not the best of the best and everything looks dark. And then on top of it, I'm wearing a dark top anyway. But my reason for talking or coming out to say something, it's because it's something I've been experiencing for the past 6 years. And personally, I don't think I've been handling it the best way, or handling it in a proper way, then, so to speak, because I learned that you can't, calm stupidity or ignorance through anger. It only fuels it. And for the past 6 years, I have been a victim of defamation of character. Now, defamation of character, it's the best term I can see fit to describe what I'm going through. And please forgive me about my pauses. I'm just trying to make sure whatever I'm saying, elaborating clearly and, making sense in a logical way. However, my reason for coming in is to briefly talk about me and my situation and how a particular device that helps in my situation that I'm currently facing. Alright, my name is Nikki, and for the past 6 years, I've been experiencing a really vile defamation of character, tarnish of reputation, and, violated character. And how I have been dealing with this has not been the best way. And I'm taking it in a different way, wherein which is to talk about myself and my situation and to inform the public also of what's being used to do this. Now, at the end of the day, in me doing this, it could either propel a deeper and a more sinister or sadistic way of this situation, or it could flip it and help in which it could reach to the proper people and the proper work can be done to prevent this. Either way, the word is going to be out. And either way, regardless, the word is what I want to get out there. Me personally, in my situation, I have been facing it for 6 years. So, as much as how it hurts in a sense emotionally, but it's a day-to-day, it has become a norm for me. Day in, day out, no changes. Now, I'm not saying I'm pushing for it to go the negative way. I'm pushing for the word to get out on it. And I'm pushing for, there would be someone, or an organization or group of people that's sensible enough to say, hey, this is practical, and to do something about it. Okay, back to the issue at hand. About me, as I'm saying, 6 years ago, I went to the hairdresser. I went to the hairdresser to get my hair done. As you can see, I now have short hair, but at that time, I had longer hair, which was permed. And with that, went to the hairdresser, get a perm and everything like that. My hair, if it's flipped to my face, would catch me right above here, right above my lip. I'm hoping you can see. It will be up here. And in the process of my hairdresser, my hairstylist, washing out my hair, she flipped my hair forward in my face. And in doing so, the perm burned me right here on my lip. Now, when this took place, right, I was the one. I didn't notice because I didn't think that the perm had burnt me or left anything there. So I'm seeing it, and I scratched it, and then it broke out into a sore. Now, this is where everything has started from, where I've been called a hoe. Now, the definition of a hoe, as I know, is a woman, a female, who sleeps with more than one man, whether if it's in one night or in an average week. You understand? Now, I have respect for myself. I don't want to talk about pride because I'm actually trying to remove it from my life. But I still have dignity in the sense to know that I know me, that I wouldn't, associate or want to put myself in a situation. Now, I'm not demeaning anyone, but I don't condone. I repeat, I don't condone prostitution. I don't condone careless sex life, and I don't condone any way degrading of women in any sense or any method. Now, my expressing that is just to show that it disgusts me to the point of I can't explain. It's very unexpressive to say. I can't express how I am by it. Now, I'm not judging anyone, because maybe some females are comfortable in their skin to do a lot of things and to don't really care, and that's them. But as for me, and as for the way how I was brought up, that right there is not only insulting to me, but insulting to my family, especially my mother. Now, when you're coming from where I'm coming from, no, I'm not saying I had a hard knock life. I didn't. I've been blessed. But when you're coming from where I'm coming from, where in which you see how hard your mom have to get up and go to work to make sure that, hey, whatever you need, whether if it's just for you personally or a necessity you need for school or basic survival of living, then, so to speak, you have it. You understand? No questions asked. I'm very strong in knowing these things and appreciating it, because it didn't have to be me. And plus, there's plenty of other people who would probably kill to be in my shoe and have the childhood I have as a child. Now, why I'm saying this is because it would have been a slap to my mom's face, a slap in my mom's face to say, okay, then how many years of getting up 6 o'clock, heading to work for 8 to come off 5, back and forth Monday through Friday to make sure that I'm okay and make sure I have everything I want for nothing, I need for nothing. That would have been a slap in her face. And now I want to say this and clear the air. In America, we live here. This is referred to as the land of opportunity. And I'm not just saying that just because I live here or whatever the case may be. But it's the land of opportunity in which you can make things happen for yourself. So in this country, prostitution and, anything like that, that should be completely like eliminated. And the reason why I say it, because there's so much programs here that can help people, so many different programs. I can't even name 10 of them if I wanted to, because there's so much and so many different, places and people you can see to get proper assistance. Now, I've always said this: why would I leave Jamaica? I am a Jamaican, and even though Jamaica is not a third world country, but based on how everything is going on and how hard it is down there, you understand? I'm not demeaning, and I'm not sorry, I'm not demeaning my country, but it's no bed of roses. It's not. And I find it difficult in a sense to know, okay, you know where you're coming from, though you've been blessed, but you have a conscious idea of what's going on around you. It may not be in your immediate area, but some people may not be able to tell where their next meal is going to come from, where the money is going to come from to pay their light bill, where the money is going to come from to pay for your child's school fee, or to even give them lunch money to buy something to eat. You're coming from that, where that's like a norm in the sense. And when I say a norm, and the reason why I say it, it's because it's a everyday thing. It's not like you get up and today is it and then tomorrow everything is perfect. It's become an everyday thing because the way how the country is being operated comparing to here, you will be more far to able to excel and succeed more than there. It's either out there, either you have it or you don't. But I'm not to get back to the topic and not detour from it. What I'm saying is, I can't see myself coming from Jamaica, coming from what I know is taking place, to come here to go backwards then. It doesn't make any sense. And this is what people don't understand. Now, when the whole thing happened with the hairdresser and I got burned here, this is what they say, and they started with the whole thing. Anywhere I go, you'd hear people shout out, ho, ho, ho. And I mean, I'll answer them and I'll say, I ain't Santa Claus. But at the same time, you can't feed ignorance with ignorance. But it's a lot when you sit there and you think about what's going on. And all these people have is that picture or whatever the case may be. And not skipping a major part. The major part is that when this take place, yes, I went to work and I was a receptionist at the time at extended stay hotels. Now, me as a receptionist there, I see people from all walks of life. All walks of life. I don't judge anybody, but like I say, I don't condone a lot of things. And here I went to work, not thinking about anything or anything per se. Went to work, and that's where everything started. Where in which, the guests that would stay there, and when I say guests, it's not guests in the sense to say respectable guests, because the average person know what goes on in a hotel, and especially in a hotel that's probably as like $50-$60 a night. That's not your 4 or 5 star hotel in which you're spending quality money on for quality night stay. Now, this is where my violation started. I sat there. I remember I was behind the desk, and this girl would come and make her payment for her room, and she would hold her phone up to my face. Now, I'll be honest, there was a part in me that wanted to snatch that phone and just throw it against the wall and break it. But I had to remember that this is my job and I have to be professional. I went to the manager and I explained to the manager what was going on. He only said to me, just let it go, don't pay them any mind. But in doing so, she took it to the next level, where in which she went ahead to go further exploit and demean my character to say that it's me doing this and me doing that. Now, I am not a sex addict in any way. I don't have to have sex. And the thing of the matter is that that's what they resorted to. Now, in doing that, and you're seeing this and you're seeing that, and you're hearing this and you're hearing that, as a strong proof then, so to speak, to say, okay, I have a picture of this on your lip. You understand? But the proof that you have, it's not me. It's not consisted of me, in the sense to say it was physically me there doing the deed. You understand? And this is the reason what I don't understand. Why, if I'm rising in defense to say, hey, that's not me, and you're still pushing and saying it's me, and I'm saying I have no reason to lie. And if it was me even doing that, I have no reason or business to deny anything. You understand what I'm saying? Not when you live in a society where that's like, it seems normal. Because the way how you see it is almost everybody doing that. I'm not saying, not judging anybody, but you live in a society where in which you see more of that than you did decades ago. And that's all I'm simply saying. But putting my story out there, because even though I've been negatively accused, it has been going on, but now it's not for sexual reasons. Okay, they can't get anything of me having sex or anything, so now it has resorted to me in the privacy of my own house. Now, when I say this now, this is getting to the second aspect of what's taking place. It's CMOS. CMOS is a complementary metal oxide semiconductor. It is referred to as a real-time clock. It's a chip that's located in a camera, a digital camera, and it's able to capture image in real time. So it's not like you could take an image and look at it right now, and then that's what all you see, and whether if it's 5 o'clock the next day, that's all you're seeing. No, it's real time, where in which when you pick up the camera or your cell phone or your computer, which the chip is attached to, and shine the camera or point the camera at an angle to pick up anything, it picks up whatever is taking place at whatever time it is exactly. Okay, it's basically, as stated by computerhope.com, it's a onboard battery power semiconductor chip. Now, this chip, in a sense, was created by Dr. Kenneth O. He is a director for some department in the University of Texas. Him and a group of his students created this chip. And I'm pretty sure if you ask them when they created this chip, what was the purpose for it, they would tell you it was designed to help in improving the healthcare and the welfare, the wellness of someone. It is supposed to basically detect cancer in the body. It is supposed to help in a sense with that's the aspect in healthcare. is supposed to help TSA agents in the airport to pick up quickly on travelers that's trying to do harm within an airport, or a or or on a plane. It's supposed to be able to detect and pick up things quicker than the average eye or the average scanner can might miss. Now, this is very powerful because it's running on terahertz. It's a specific type of waves that's actually higher than a few. I think it's higher than gamma rays, X-ray, and actually microwaves, things like that. So this on the scale is ranked, I believe, 4th or 5th on that scale, where in which the penetration level of that, if you have those particular type of waves, you can see anything. Now, if you pay attention to your house, you live in a house where in which the walls are made from sheetrock. You can practically punch a hole in the wall if you want to. The wall is thinly made. So the terahertz to a wall, an average wall in your house, is nothing. It's like a sheet of paper, right there. It's very powerful, and you can see through anything, any object, or see a person, what they're doing. You can even see inside their body. Now, I am experiencing this currently for the past 3-4 years. But think about this happening to a child, whether if it's a toddler or an adolescent. Think about this device being in the hands of a child predator, a sexual offender. Think about it being in the hands of a stalker, where in which they're stalking someone. They can see practically what they're doing in their house whenever they're there, know when they're there, know when they're not. And this is the thing that I want for this device to be known about. It's because it is there. You actually can buy it, and it's dirt cheap. Now, those aren't my words, but if you go ahead and just type in terahertz or CMOS chips, you will see everything that you need to see. You can see you can practically buy one for $2 if you wanted to. That's how cheap it is. And with this device, I'm trying to put the word out there to say, hey, it's supposed to help society. It's supposed to help in like catching bad guys, detecting cancers or any illness before it either spreads or before it becomes something, or to help our society in the sense of flying out and flying in to protect us, at the airport. And this is being exploited and used negatively for people's perversion. And I know I'm sitting here for the past 23 minutes talking, but I hope in full that you listen to this to its entirety, because CMOS is real. And the fact of the matter that even though they're working on improving it right now, if you have anything, they have ranging from I believe from 40 nanometer, to 130 nanometer. Now, it's a wide range, and it's the higher the range, yes, the more hefty the price is for the device. But if you pay close attention to the purpose of this chip and the benefits of it and the usage of the chip, I pray that, I hope in the sense that, you guys could see how beneficial it is to society and how much it needs to be protected in the sense to be and to keep out of the hands of other people, that will use it. I mean, it's just like the internet. The internet is a blessing, also a curse. You can use the internet to help you in your research, help you be informed on something, but it also can be a curse wherein which it's used for bad, wherein which it's just everything negative or anything. So everything has a good and bad, but if the good outweighs the bad, then the better it is and the more beneficial a product and more beneficial and effective a product can be. All right? And everything will have its pros and cons, but if we work at eliminating the cons and keep the pros going and keep the pros higher than the cons, the more successful a product could be. And this product, I do have faith in this product because it was designed for something specifically, in the sense to say help doctors, help hospitals, nurses in the hospitals or facility to say, hey, here's a targeted area we need to focus on because there's something there. It looks like something there. It's supposed to help in the airport to say, okay, if I can see in that suitcase to say, okay, that person is carrying something that shouldn't be there. That's the purpose of this chip. It's not supposed to be used in a perverted way for people's sick, twisted, demented way, for them to say, okay, let me watch someone sleep. Let me watch them use the bathroom. Let me watch them get dressed. It's not supposed to be used for that. And the fact that it's out there and you can get it for dirt cheap, it's not going to stop very easily. So I'm hoping to the viewers who view this, if you do, I'm not asking for your belief in my story. I'm not asking for any pity in any way. I am fine, because for the past 6 years that this has been happening, yes, I admit that, through my level of annoyance with it, me being annoyed with what's being taking place to my life. You understand what I'm saying? I may not have responded to a lot of things, and it's most of the time is out of frustration because I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed because how can you sit there and do this to someone, life like that? But as they say, life is not fair. But I'm fine. I'll always be fine by the grace of God. And I'm not asking nobody for self-pity. I'm just asking for your exposure in helping people to know of this, because there could be millions of people that are being watched and they aren't aware. You understand? There could be millions of people that could be, being targeted, kids that could be targeted by this thing, and they aren't aware. They might not be ignorant as how the people that are doing this to me are. But I thank my idiots for being ignorant, because at the end of the day, it keeps me conscious that, hey, you can never let your guard down. And it's not so to speak that, I have something to hide. But it always remind me that the minute I do that, that's when I'm criticized, because I'm being criticized for how I sleep. I'm being criticized for stupid things like how I brush my teeth. Now, if I go into the heart of everything that I'm being criticized and why I'm a hoe, as how they say, you have to sit there and laugh, because it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I mean, it's not like my house door is a revolving door. No, it's not. You understand? It's not like I'm getting up, going to somebody's house any given time. It's not like I get up odd hours and leave my house and go somewhere, or I'm coming in at odd hours. No. I mean, but at the end of the day, the things that they resort to antagonize me, and when I do go ahead and try to protect my privacy, that's when you hear the don't this look like type of video come out and you hear them talk about, don't this look like she's doing something, don't this look like this is what's happening. I call it that, the don't it look like videos, because here I am trying to protect my privacy, but yet still that's what they watch for, to say, okay, then that's it. So I have to deal with the fact that even though it's sick and twisted for you to be sleeping and somebody's watching you, might as well they're standing over you watching you. It doesn't make any sense. It's twisted, it's sick. And this is how people are today, in today's society, with all the technology and the capabilities of the technology that we have. This is what it's resorting to. You understand? This is what it's all resorting to, and it's all boiled down to. And it makes you wonder, like, what is there any hope for the future, or things are just gonna get better in the technology aspect, but being used for the meaning or sadistic and sinister, reasons. So this is my story, and this is what I'm trying to put out there, to make the exposure known on this chip, and to let it be known that, hey, it is real. If it wasn't, I would need to be talking about it. Or if it wasn't real, I wouldn't have to hear about what I did in my house, whether anything I did, or hear about how whatever I do, how I brush my teeth, if it wasn't real. You can't assume, you can't stand and stare at a wall with your naked eye and see what's going on, unless you're Superman or something and you have laser vision. Yeah. God didn't make us like that, so yeah, it's impossible. So that's what I'm trying to say. This device is real. Alright? Good night. Goodbye.